Hey, hey, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna get straight into today's affirmation. Your singing affirmation for today, or your musical affirmation, or your singspiration, or sing affirmation. Who knows? Today I live my dream. Okay, today I live my dream. I've been going through a few over the last, I don't know, week, two, I don't know. There's been this tension in me, this feeling of transitioning into a whole new level of business and a whole new level of showing up, a whole new level of calling, a whole new level of surrender to the call as well. That surrender to the call, a surrender away in some ways from just the reason and the logic of it all, just the knowledge that I'm taken care of, and to trust and go bigger. And that comes with a heck of a lot of tension. A heck of a lot of tension. It does, okay? And so the tendency can be for most people at this point when you're looking at, for most of y'all, actually, it's actually making the transition and sticking with the program of living out your calling. That is the thing for you. And that's where the tension is building inside of you. And the temptation for most people is to quit. What is this? I think it's changed things. I never know if anybody's actually here or not anymore. I used to see numbers, but I don't know. I think they keep updating this thing. But anyway, you know what? There's a tension of living out your calling. There's a tension of surrender. There's a tension of going through adversity, or what seems to be adversity. For the most part, for most people, the adversity is something internal to you. The challenge is actually your emotional health. Are you able to stay on the path? Are you able to stay on the narrow path, regardless of what is happening around you? For the most part, most people can't, okay? But we, the Mavericks, we, the spiritual, entrepreneurs here, we are determined to live out the call on our life. And because we know that we have to lean into tension. We don't lean away from it. We don't run away from it. We lean in. We feel the tension and we don't run. We don't run, okay? The temptation is to run. The temptation is to say, oh, I want to go back to the good old days. Were they really that good? Really? Yeah, the temptation is also to say, no, I don't need all of that extra stuff. Oh, I don't need that. I just want to, live just a happy kind of life and just do a little bit of my calling, not really all of it. And so you tell yourself that, and actually it's not the truth. You just recognize that you're refusing to recognize the fact that you're just leaning away from the tension. You're just leaning away from the tension. The tension was too much for you, and so then I'm not even speaking to those people, actually, truth be told. Those are the norms. For us, we lean in. We lean in to the tension. We lean into the tension, and we choose on a daily basis to live out our dream. If it was easy, wouldn't everybody be living their dream? If it was just, I woke up one morning and decided I was going to live out my calling, and I all just came together. And I know some people give you those kind of stories, but it's never the truth. That's like a woman giving birth to a child saying, oh yeah, I woke up one morning and the baby was there. Yay! Now you go through 9 months and then you go through the pain of childbirth. I have had a friend who said she didn't go through any pain in childbirth. I don't know. Whichever way, that's it. You have to go through the process. You have to go through the journey. The quicker you surrender to the journey, the quicker you get to where you want to go, but you still have to surrender to the journey and stop telling yourself lies. We human beings, it's so easy to deceive ourselves into thinking that we're making logical decisions when really we're making decisions out of fear. Basically, we make decisions out of fear, but then we logicalize it and it sounds so reasonable. It sounds like, well, you can't expect me to do that. Hello, Shonigi Arali. Love from Dubai. Love from the UK. These distractions come and take us off course, but then we tell ourselves that, no, well, nobody can expect us to have stayed on the narrow path. Of course not. We had this thing happen and the other thing happened, and oh my gosh, we're in so much debt, so there's no way we could have carried on doing that. Of course there was a way. You just chose not to. You chose to look at the drama instead of looking at the vision. So the affirmation for today is, today I live my dream. Today I live my dream. Today I I live my dream. I live my dream. Today I do. That was not supposed to happen, that last line. It just went randomly there. But today I live my dream. Today I live my dream. Today I live my dream. I live my dream. I live my dream. So today you live your dream, okay? You don't give in to the deception. And we deceive ourselves so much. It's so easy to deceive ourselves into thinking that we're making logical decisions. Because one, okay, yes, everybody around you is probably making logical decisions. And yes, I know it sounds sensible to make logical decisions. But if you want to live your calling and your dream, you think it's going to be logical? Really? Really? Spiritual person like you? You think it's going to seem logical to the regular, normal mind? No, it's not. It's not. And yeah, you can tell yourself, oh no, you know what? I've decided that actually all I want is just this little life over here. And I'll be fine with that. Okay, fine. If you want to deceive yourself. When you know there's a hunger and a thirst inside of you that you're trying to dampen out. And maybe, you know what? Maybe. I know for some that is their reality. But for us, it's not. We want to live to the fullness of our potential. We want to wake up and know that we are on purpose, that we are on track, that we did not settle for some stupid distraction, that we did not settle for some half existence telling ourselves that, oh, you know, I can be fine with this. It's okay. You know, I don't care about so much money. I just want to settle. Oh, please. Please. Today, we live our dream. We make decisions, we make choices from the place of vision. From the place of vision. We see the vision. We don't downplay it. We don't pretend it's less than what it is just because it seems too big. We don't allow the many distractions in our life to tell us how to act. No, we don't. We are not norms, okay? We're not. We are spiritual mavericks. We think differently, we act differently, and therefore we get different results. Yes, there is tension, but we don't lean away from the tension. We don't walk off the narrow path and then try and jump back onto the broad path like everybody else does. No. We don't do that. We know that we're here to make a difference. We know that we're here for specific people to reach them. And so we don't, hey, Narayana Swami, how you doing? Lovely to have you here. So we don't play small. We don't pretend we're small just so that we can live with ourselves. No. You know what? If you're going to lie to yourself, at least be honest about it. I know. That's kind of crazy. It's unlikely that you're going to be honest about lying to yourself, right? And I do it, you know, there's no judgment. I do it. There are times it's my coach that points out to me, you know you're lying to yourself, honey. You know you're not telling yourself the truth. And then I have to figure it out and I have to really think through, oh gosh, yeah, I'm buying into the lie again that I cannot live the big dream. So let me just settle for some little nothing. Let me find somebody to blame for my problems. And it's like, are you kidding me? And I do it, so I see it. When I see it in other people, I see it as well. What you see in others, you always see yourself, man. So there's no judgment from me unless you decide, I'm sorry, but I must admit, I do judge people that then decide to jump off the narrow path and then go onto the broad path and stay there. It's like, okay, well, if that's the life you want to settle for, then fine. It's up to you. But that's not us. That's not us. We know we're called for a purpose, for a reason. We will not allow the distractions of regular life defeat us. We will not let that happen. We will tap into spirit within and we will act based on that. We will act based on the vision, not on our fear, not on distraction, not on the small everyday nonsense that comes and affects our way. Yes, I know the tension can get so high at times and you want to resolve that tension. You want to resolve it, so you tell yourself all manner of lies that, oh no, I don't need to do this. I don't need it. Maybe I was mistaken. Oh, you know, I just need, I'm fine. No, I don't need to. Stop it. Stop leaning away from your calling. Lean into it. Yes, again, I know the tension. I know the tension. Yesterday I told you guys about how the last 6 months of last year were the most terrible. It was pretty terrible last year, actually. Not many would have known it. for me and my family, because there I was, unable to heal for 6 months. Waking up, crying my eyes out because I'm bleeding, but I couldn't show it because I'm committed. I'm committed to my call. Going back and forth to Turkey, trying to get healed. I don't regret it. I will do it again. That's for sure. But I tell you right now, the tension was high. And there I am praying my eyes out like, oh, please, 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 God, let me heal. And I just wanted to quit. And in some ways, I did pull back a little bit. I look back now and I realize I pulled back a little bit because my focus was so much on, am I going to heal? Am I going to heal? Am I going to heal? But then finally I did heal. But I still kept living as much as I could, regardless of the tension, into my calling. Some of y'all didn't even know this was happening to me. Some of you, even in my inner circle, didn't know that this was happening to me. Because I just kept looking at Project 334K. This is why I do what I do. I will not give in. I will not quit. I will not quit. I will not give in. And I kept showing up. I kept showing up. And here we are. Thank the Lord, I'm healed. But it's like that kind of tension. You might think, oh, but I need to take time off to relax and heal. And you know what? That is the regular way. That is the logical thing to do. But not if you are a spiritual maverick. Not if you are determined to live out a life of calling. That's not what you do. What you do is you keep showing up. You keep living into your calling regardless of the tension, regardless of your fear, regardless of what is happening around you. You just keep freaking showing up. Because you're living into your calling. You're not living into your fear. You're not living into your distraction. You're not living into your giving upness. You choose to show up. You choose to trust that the universe is on your side, that God is on your side, that you are God. Like I wrote this morning, guys. You are God's beloved and God's chosen. Okay? I know some of y'all are uncomfortable with the word God, fitting whatever other word you want to fit in there. But you are beloved and you are chosen. When will you wake up to that fully? Fully. As opposed to, just when I feel good. Or just when it's easy. It's never easy. My daughter is Miss Hannigan in Annie. And we're singing Easy Street this morning on the way to dropping her off for her play. And it's like, Easy Street. Everybody wants it. I would love Easy Street, man. I'm not saying it has to be hard because I know that Spirit has been teaching me that it doesn't have to be hard. But you still have to work, though. There is action to be taken. And the hardness comes when you resist it. When you tell yourself, oh, that's too much. Nobody can expect anybody to do that. When you start telling yourself that stuff, then yes, it gets hard. And it's only a matter of time before you quit. You start saying, oh, no, I don't need to do that. Oh, no, that person they're trying to do this to me. And, oh, no. Then you quit. Okay? We live into our calling. Today I live my dream. Today I live my dream. Today I live my dream. I live my dream. I live my dream. Today I live my dream. Today I live my dream. Today I live my dream. I live my dream. I live my dream. Okay, well, today you make the decision, man. Are you going to wake up to your dream, to your calling, to your vision, or are you going to keep living to your distractions, your fears, your uncertainties, your, oh my gosh, my life circumstances right now are so tough, I can't quite do it. I get it. Sometimes what we do here is crazy. For most reasonable people, it's not reasonable. It's not reasonable. Okay, so stop trying to be reasonable. Decide, do you want the vision or don't you? Because if you want the vision, it ain't going to be reasonable. The things that you're going to be called on to do are not reasonable. If you want reasonable, then you get the life everybody else, most of the people around you get. And if that's what you want, then that's fine. But if you want more, you need to just be done with thinking that it's somehow going to be logical and reasonable. It's not. What the demands on you are going to be high. Are you willing? If you're not, then don't even deceive yourself. Don't tell yourself some lies about, oh, one day, at some point. Hey, Tashike, how you doing? Lovely to see you 2 days in a row. But this is it. This is it, guys. And this is part of my, actually, the feeling that I need to be even more real about what it takes to live out one's calling. Because I sometimes think, you know what I do want to love on people. I want to love you to success. But the path is not easy. You are loved. You are absolutely loved, and you are chosen. There's no doubt about that. But it's a different conversation from, are you going to live out your call or not? Different conversation. Although sometimes in the not feeling, thank you, honey, in the not feeling worthy or not feeling loved, you might think it's the same conversation. Oh, well, you know, maybe that's why I'm not succeeding, is because I'm not loved. No, usually the reason why you're not succeeding is that you haven't persevered long enough and you haven't learned the foundational stuff and you're not applying it every freaking day. If you were, you'd win. Hey, I get to go to the dentist on my own. If you were, you'd win. If you're not, sorry, just to explain that, I wasn't sure if I was going to have to take my 2 other daughters with me to the dentist because my housekeeper lady wasn't sure she was going to make it on time. But she's here, so I can go on my own to the dentist. But anyway, yes, guys, as an aside, let's go back to where I was. If you are going to live out the call on your life, understand that these are 2 separate conversations. You are loved. You are completely worthy. You are chosen. There is a call on your life. There's a vision, and you are capable of your calling. Your vision is your permission, but you still have to do the work. The work always works to actually make the calling reality. You can navel gaze forever about whether you're worthy or not, and you might finally get to the point where you feel you're worthy, but if you're not doing the work, it doesn't matter how worthy you think you are. It's a separate conversation, but as human beings, we sometimes mix that conversation together. And I'm kind of going off on a random tangent over here somewhere. So I'm going to just bring it back to today. What choice are you making about whether you're going to live out your call or not? No, the path is not easy. The one thing that you're promised, or well, you're promised lots of things, but you know what? One thing is trials and tribulations are going to come. They're going to come. So are you going to run away every time they come? Are you going to use them to your advantage, which is what the workshop today is about? So if you haven't joined the workshop, you really should. Well, it's not a workshop, actually. So excited. I like that you're excited. Not the workshop. It's a 10-day boot camp, actually. I'm going to be boot camping your brain into using your adversities to your advantage rather than using them as a reason to quit. Honey, one of the reasons why we get to live out our calling is because we stay the course whilst everybody else just kind of quits, looking for the reasonable life. If you want a reasonable life, this is not the path for you. If you are a spiritual maverick who knows that there's a call on your life and you're determined to live it out, this is the path for you. The narrow path is the path for you. Are you ready to get on it? And today, at least, make a decision to live out your dream. Live from your dream, to see your dream and be making decisions to move towards it rather than, oh my gosh, look at my circumstances. I'm in debt. I have no time. I have children to look after and I have parents and oh my God, and everybody wants that. And then you're making choices from there. Or I'm sick. I don't feel that good. And I don't feel loved. And you're making choices from there. Then you get to keep this cycle of life just kind of going on. The reason why you got to where you are right now is because you had a vision of elevating from your childhood, whatever that was, to where you are. Not because you looked at your childhood and thought this is it forever. The people that think that generally stay doing exactly the same stuff that their parents are doing and all of this stuff, and they never seem to be able to leave that cycle. But now you want to elevate beyond where you have got to, because I know you're an overcomer. There's no doubt in my mind that you've overcome some stuff. But you want to go to the next level, you need to start looking at that next level, not looking at here. Okay? Yes. Yes. Anyway, I'm going to bring this to a close because actually I do need to go to the dentist. Today I live my dream. Today I live my dream. Today I live my dream. I live my dream. I live my dream. I decide. It's a decision, okay? It's a decision. Today I live my dream. Today I live my dream. Today I live my dream. I live my dream. I live my dream. Okay? And on that note, guys, I leave that with you. Sing it to yourself over through the day. When you're coming to make decisions, is it a decision that I'm making from my dream? Or is it a decision I'm making based on maintaining right now? Do you want to maintain right now? No? Okay. Make a decision based on the fact that you are absolutely, definitely going to live out the call in your life. In fact, no, there's no going to. You are right now on the journey, living out the calling on your life. And so therefore you make decisions as that person, not as someone who's just maintaining life. Okay? Today, live your dream. It's time to fight for and to deliberately design the life you were born to live. Guys, you have a few hours, is it even hours yet, to join the bootcamp. I would suggest that you do. But because you want to, design your life. Go forth and prosper. Much, much love. Till the next time, my honeys.